Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your country started because people were angry about tea. Yes, tea. Back in the 1700s, America wasn't actually a country yet. It was controlled by King George III and the British government. And the people living in the colonies were getting really tired of one thing: taxes. They were being taxed on paper, glass, paint, and even tea. And guess what? The colonists had no say at all in the British government. No vote, no voice, just bills. So people started shouting something that would become famous in American history: no taxation without representation. But Britain didn't care. In fact, they doubled down and passed something called the Tea Act. This law basically forced the colonies to buy tea from Britain. And guess what? That made people even angrier. So one cold night in December 1773, a group of colonists in Boston decided they had enough. But they didn't protest the normal way. Oh no, they came up with something much crazier. They dressed up as Native Americans, quietly snuck onto 3 British ships, and started opening crates. Inside those crates, tea. Hundreds of crates of tea. And guess what? Instead of stealing it, they threw every single crate into the water. Splash, splash, splash. By the time they were done, over 340 chests of tea were floating in the cold water of Boston Harbor. Millions of dollars in tea today, just gone. The event became known as the legendary Boston Tea Party. But here's the crazy part. And guess what? The protest actually made things worse. Britain was furious. They punished the colonies with harsh new laws and shut down Boston's port. But instead of scaring people, it united them. Colonies that used to argue with each other suddenly stood together. And just 2 years later, war broke out. That war would eventually create the United States of America. All because a group of angry colonists decided to throw tea into the ocean. So the next time someone says history is boring, just remember this: America didn't start with a speech. It started with a very expensive cup of tea. And that's how a protest over tea helped start the United States. Just a few ordinary people stood up for what they believed in and changed history forever. If you're watching from the USA, hit like, share, and subscribe, because I'll keep bringing you more wild stories from the 1700s. And tell me in the comments, were those colonists heroes or rebels who really hated tea? I'm reading your comments.